This tips and tricks video is going to cover the field tickets tab within a job. A few key things to remember here that make your life easier. This little green triangle indicates that there are charges that have been added to that day. So no green triangle indicates that there's not a field ticket for that day. I've got a couple of options here when I'm adding a new field ticket. I can use sort of the natural language search feature that Drakewell has in it to filter for any particular items that I might want to add. So I can simply hit the down arrow and enter, and it will add that stabilizer rental to my field ticket. The other thing that I can do if I have several days in a row that are relatively the same, I can leverage this copy previous button here. That will actually pull all of the billing items from the previous day onto this one, and then I can edit or add as needed from there. Remember, just like if you're familiar with the BHAs tab, and you can rearrange these in whatever order you need. And you can also add or modify the quantities. Field hands typically cannot change the quantity type or the rate, as that should be agreed upon prior to the job. One thing to keep in mind to look out for is, let's say you're in a situation, just a little bit of troubleshooting tip for you. Let's say in a situation where this total price here is not actually adding up or contributing to the billing total. In that circumstance, what's going on is the rate that has been entered by a salesman or a coordinator is viewed by Drakewell as a string and not a number. So it means that there's a comma or a dollar sign or even maybe something that says market rate in this rate field here that is causing Drakewell again to look at that as a string and therefore not sum it for the billing total. So very easy fix. You can copy this link, send it over to your, if you know who the sales manager or the salesman is, you can access that by looking at the summary tab here, and you can see the salesman contact information. You can also get with your coordinator as well, as they will be able to edit that job and correct that rate. Within seconds of them correcting that rate, you will then be able to remove and re-add, and it should contribute. So that's just a little bit of a troubleshooting tip there. You can print the field ticket report. You can print this in a 30-day window. Here, this field ticket report. The other thing you can do if you need to span more than 30 days is you can actually do a field ticket summary report. And this simply does a total for the entire job rather than just showing the itemized day at a time charges. So this is useful again for drills where your client wants to see a summary of all of the charges for that particular job. You can print either of those summary reports out, have them signed and stamped by the company man, and then you can take a picture or scan them and load them into the field ticket attachment for that day. You can also leverage the status here to indicate whether that has been delivered or signed and stamped. This customer reference number and the notes are simply for your reference. So anything that makes sense for you to put there, feel free to do so.